Hello.
Hello, everyone. Sorry about the technical issues.
I was lost somewhere.
Diana got lost on her way here. I
Hi,
had to
Zoila,
throw her a line.
Mimi, Kirsten,
Hey,
Lacey.
Lacey.
Thanks everyone for coming in.
Yes, thank you so much. We've got lots of stuff to talk about today, not the least of which is Miss Jo Speakman's um, memorial auction. Now, Diana's been working very, very hard behind the scenes. She's got everything bagged up. She's got all of the people that will help with the auction. Kirsten, bless her little heart, and her little spreadsheets is going to keep track of who buys what. Zoila will be starting and ending the bids. Now, most bags will be starting out. Let me make sure I get this right, Diana. If I don't, stop me.
Okay.
Most bags will start at $20, and the bids will go up in dollar increments. I mean, if somebody, and they're going to start at 20. So if somebody bids 20 and somebody else bids 21, that's the way it's going to go. Or
Right.
it can go in $5 increments. That's up to the individual bidders. Okay. Am I getting it right, Diana?
Yes, you
All
are.
right. Anything else you have? How many bags, or do you know how many bags that you have that are not $20?
I think there's 46 bags right now, but I'm gonna have more.
Good grief, girl.
Yeah. I got
What are we
3
gonna?
Afghans that will also be up. And when I'm done with the live today, I'm going and picking up her makes and her whips.
Oh, okay.
Hi,
They
Renelle.
don't.
Hi, Kim.
They don't want to keep any of her makes.
Yeah, they already went through and kept what they wanted.
Oh, okay. I'm like, they're going to regret that.
Yep, they kept what they wanted, and the family chose what they wanted.
Okay, that's cool.
Yep.
But
Hi, Bonnie.
take it from one that had to go through her mother's stuff, and you're stressed, and it's you need to get things done, and everybody is just whispering in one ear or the other ear, and you just want it done.
Right.
And so sometimes you let things slip through your fingers that you shouldn't. But that's my story. So I don't ever want to push somebody into something like that, if you know what I mean.
Right.
Well, you had to do the same with your mom's stuff.
Correct.
So
Yep.
hello, Diane Major and Bonnie and anybody else and Dina, anybody else that I didn't get. Frizzy! It's Frizzy B.
Hi, Frizzy B. Um, I can go through some of the pictures now of what I've got bagged up. Kind of give everybody a sneak preview. I'm trying to put together a slideshow to do a video today of all the bags. So if I can get it figured out and how to upload it and everything, that will be up later today. All right. I numbered each bag so that if you come to the auction and you looked at the video, then you'll say, oh, I want to bid on bag number such and such. But there's...
Those are pretty colors.
Them are pretty colors.
Miss Jo and her purple.
Yeah. Lots of purple.
Lots and lots.
And that's impeccable. And this one is impeccable.
Thank you, Frizzy. Impeccable is a good yarn. I like it.
And the purple one is a pound skein.
A pound love thing.
It's a big twist pound, whatever they call it.
It's a pound of love. It's a pound of yarn.
Right. There's some chunky yarn. And then this is just yarn in the skeins. And then in this bag there, it's called Simply Soft Yarn. I think it's vintage yarn because it's marked 99 cents.
Yeah.
Each label. I think this one is really pretty. And there's quite a few of this one in there.
Didn't we count like...
I'm going to say 10.
Yeah, I want to say 10.
Yeah.
Start bid will be, as of right now, start bid will be 20.
Right.
When this auction will take place tomorrow at 6 o'clock on this channel.
And this is loops and thread, and then Myint's cake. There's 3 different loops and thread skeins in there. There's quite a few of the black and white ones too.
Yes, shipping is in the bid.
Yep.
When, unless, well, I just don't think we're going to ship to Canada, are we?
Unless they want to pay anything over $20. I mean,
Unless
the
they
whole...
want to pay the shipping.
Yeah, the whole thing of the auction is that Zach doesn't have to pay anything out of pocket.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the end of what you have photographed for now.
No, I got more.
No. Oh, okay.
This is mandala.
Yep. That mandala, I have some of that mandala and it's pretty.
Yeah, and then another mandala bag. This is 4 Myint cakes. Another 4 Myint cakes. And then this is Karen cakes. Ouch. More Karen cakes. More Karen cakes. This is 2 colors, teal and turca or something like that.
Wow.
And this is Roll With It.
Yep, that's a 3, I think.
And
But
it's
it does
sparkly.
look up very, very pretty.
Yeah, it's real sparkly. And these are Roll With It also. Hi, Michi.
Yes, it
Oh,
is a big one
Michi.
for tomorrow.
Didn't Michi say she was looking for some cinnamon swirl? I can't remember the color that she was looking for, but there is some Karen cinnamon swirl cakes in here.
Yeah.
And this is ice cream.
There are 2 or 3 different kinds.
And then this is ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
Jam swirl.
Jam swirl.
Okay. I'll see which kind it is, Michi. If it's that, I'll let you know. This is Myint again. I have no idea what yarn this is.
I believe it is a Timu yarn, judging by the squirrel on the band. Because who was it? Crazy Engine got some Timu yarn, and it had that label on it.
Yeah, it's just called Bright Silk Wool.
Yep.
Oh, Michi says it's Gucci yarn.
Oh, that's Goucher. Okay, thank you, Michi.
Puzzle yarn. There is some green puzzle yarn.
Yeah, there was quite a bit of puzzle yarn too.
And this is baby yarn, baby cotton. More ice cream. There's quite a few of the grape. And then there's this one. I think this one's pretty too.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Jessica.
Bye, Michi. Have a good day, honey.
More big twist. More mandala. This one is 2 and 2. That one looks like it'd be really cute Halloween yarn now that I look at that.
Mm-hmm. It would be.
Another mandala. There's the green puzzle yarn. This is one of her Afghans. The color is very pretty. And that's the close-up for the stitch. Another Afghan. And the third Afghan. And that's the close-up of the stitch on that one. This is another impeccable. And this is Big Twist. It's yet a safety yellow, and then there's some white in with it. And that's all the pictures I have so far. Like I said, I got a few more bags I gotta finish putting together. And I'll get pictures of them and add them to the slideshow before I put it up.
Okay.
So just kind of a sneak peek of what's to come tomorrow. And just remember, this is just the first batch. I got another 10 or 12 huge trash bags to go through yet.
Yeah. Oh, I agree, Diane Major. You are, Diana, you are doing such a good job. Not many people would have the patience for this, especially after what we talked about yesterday.
Right. Well, thank you guys. I, you know, Jo is a good friend, and she was a super good person. So if I can help Zach out in any way, I'm all for it.
Hang on, Renell. Can we add one more for the friendship Afghan? Is that what
Yes.
you're asking about?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Hi, Beth.
Hey, Beth, how are you?
And just keep in mind, I've never done an auction like this before. So I hope that I put enough in the bags, to be worth auctioning off. I tried to keep everything that was similar, and there's going to be some bags in the second auction that's probably not going to be um, like 5 or 6 skeins of one color. It's going to be a lot of mixed colors, but this auction, I tried to keep everything,
Similar.
how many of her skeins she had of that color is in the bag.
Oh, okay, never mind. Renell just wanted to know if anyone else has joined. Okay, Renell.
Yes, she did, Beth. She emailed me. I'm going to put, I'm going to take the time this weekend, sit down and make out that list for us, Paula. Then we'll know exactly how many people have joined.
Okay.
And I wanted to ask you, what day did we give them till to join? Was that the end of July or the end of August?
End of August
Okay,
to join.
right.
They
That's what I
have
was thinking.
until the end of January or February. We're kind of liquid on that for
Right.
the squares.
Okay. Yes, Sally, email me with your information, your name, address, and everything to be in with the Friendship Afghan. If you want a skein of Joe's yarn to make a square for her son or her son's dad, who was Joe's best friend, um, email me also, and I'll make sure that the only thing we're asking is that you pay the shipping for the skein of yarn. I'll send you a skein of Joe's yarn to make the squares, but we just ask that you pay the shipping so that it's Zach's not, coming out of pocket with anything. I did get Dina's squares, and she just went ahead and made 20 squares and sent them to me.
Okay.
And me and Paula
She also
talked.
said, let her know if you need more squares.
Right.
So I plan on making 20, at least 20. I made 20 last time. I can make 20 this time.
Right.
No problem.
That and me too. Yeah. So yeah, if you want in on the squares for Zach and Willie, just email me also. I got a folder for those squares and a folder for the Friendship Afghan in my email so that I can keep them separate. And then I can sit this weekend and do a whole list so that we know exactly how many we have so far.
Okay.
Yes, both of them are 12 by 12 squares.
Okay.
And acrylic yarn.
I was just going to voluntold Beth that we will send all of the squares for Joe's Afghan to her to put that really pretty border on it.
Right. Yeah, but that's what we got going so far. I don't want to start the bids, really sky high. We want to get as much money for Zach as we can because it's going to help pay for her funeral services and bills that he has to pay. Um, but I don't want to start the bid on everything so high that some people can't afford to bid. That makes sense.
That's kind of why we between the two of us, and with input from Dee, because she's done this before, and Mama G, and everyone around us, we decided a good starting point is $20.
Right. Yeah. Yes, the square for Zach is also 12 by 12.
Yeah. Dina says she sent you 19. She kept one. Have you opened it yet? Because there's some help for shipping in there.
Yes, I did. And thank you so much.
I'm going to help with shipping for the auction. So we don't know what it'll be yet, but I'm going to give her half of what it is.
Right.
So and that's kind of one of those things. We got to wait until we get there.
Right.
But yeah, I'll split the shipping with you. So that doesn't have to come out of your pocket. And that just means more money for Zach.
Right. I appreciate that.
Services and her bills.
Oh, Michelle, thank you. Yeah, it shouldn't cost much to send one skein of yarn. And I would think one basic size skein of yarn should get at least 2 squares out of.
Oh, yeah. I was getting 3 and a little bit more out of each skein of yarn the last Afghan.
Right.
So I was getting like 3 and maybe a third.
That's what I was getting too. Yep. All right, Dean, I'll keep that in mind. So, yeah, Zach just called me about half an hour ago, said that they got all of her whips and her makes together for me. Okay, Kirsten said she thinks the shipping should be no more than $5 anywhere in the lower 48 for a skein of yarn.
And $5 would be if you have to ship it to California.
Right. Oh yes, thank you, Zorla. If you just want to donate, you can send it to my PayPal, and 100% of the money from the auction and the donations is going to Zach.
Yeah. Yes, please do friends and family on PayPal, because
Right.
if you don't, then we lose money.
Right.
Because PayPal keeps it. I don't think you're not even set up for a business account, are you, Diana?
No.
Okay.
No.
But still, friends and family.
Yeah.
But yeah, and anything that we raise is going to go to Zach, because I have been there and done that. And then my dad died not 6 months after my mom. And I got stuck with both their funeral bills.
Oh, wow. Sally, there is no certain pattern. You do whatever pattern you want. The only thing that we ask is that it's acrylic yarn, no wool.
Yeah.
No specific pattern, no specific color,
Yeah. but
If
put
you
some love into it because that's what he needs right now.
right, if there's a certain color of yarn that you would like, put that in your email, and if she has it, I will definitely put that color
Here's
when
a
I
hint.
ship it
She
to you.
liked purple.
Yes, she did
She
like purple.
really liked purple.
She did.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I like blue. I love blue. I love the color blue. Hi, Tracy.
Hi,
But I
Tracy.
have other colors of yarn. Not all my yarn is blue.
Right.
Diana and I have already made a pact. Whichever one of us goes first, the other one is going to get the yarn.
Yep.
If I go, she gets my yarn. I've told her who gets what. If she goes, I get her yarn.
Right. Have a good day, Sally.
Yes. Have a wonderful day outside.
Yeah, they're saying it's supposed to get super hot again here. So,
Tomorrow is supposed to be really, 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 really burn the skin off you hot.
uh, Diane Major says she's on the top of the list. If we both go, then she gets both of our yarn.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, that's just when Diana was going through it last night. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, it's either one of us. It will take a U-Haul.
Right.
I
Yep.
have, when I say I have a yarn room, I have a yarn room. It is a 12, no, yeah, it's like a 12 by 14 room. You can't walk in there.
Oh, well. Hi,
Boxes,
Sunita.
bags. Just more yarn than I will ever be able to use.
No, Michelle, that doesn't hurt.
No,
No.
no. It just means that if you take the money off of, no, you should be able to take the money that someone sends you and send it to your bank.
You know, Linda, my kids told me that if anything ever happened to me, they were just pitching it. They were not going to do what I'm doing for Joe. And
Tell
that
them
just
I'll
breaks
fight
my
you.
heart. Breaks my heart. They would just throw my stuff away like
You tell Kay Lynn that I will not make her any more quilts.
that.
Just saying.
Right, Diane?
Hi, Kim G. How are you, sweetheart? And Linda. Oh, but yeah.
Yeah, Bonnie said her yarn is her kids' inheritance.
Yeah, I agree.
Hi, Nessa. Hope your appointment goes good for you.
Well, since I only have one daughter that does anything related to yarn, also my husband can send her a package. There is that, Diane Major. There is that. Definitely. But hubby knows that Diana is supposed to get my yarn. He just looked at me and he said, I would have to hire a U-Haul. So do it.
Yep. And Kaylin knows that you're getting mine, so
Yep.
I know the yarn's safe with her.
Yeah. I trust Kaylin.
Linda, Diane Major is not in Canada, I don't think, right, Paula?
No. Oh,
Diane.
Diane, sweetheart, that's a whole kettle of fish there.
I was thinking you were in North Carolina, Diane.
So,
But yeah, you got to make it, known to your family because a lot of, people nowadays, they don't have wills. We found out that even if you have a will, it doesn't have to be dealt with that way. That if the family chooses to keep you out, if you don't have the money to hire an attorney, you're out.
yep.
You know, it's sad because, it should be that you're going to honor their wishes.
Yes, there needs to be the last bastion to defend that person after they're gone. I mean, I think that Zach and his dad are honoring Joe. You know, they're not throwing the stuff away.
Right.
They're giving it to someone that she knew and someone that they know will treasure it just as much as she did.
Right.
So, yearning social, what's that? I don't know. I might go if it's close enough.
Well, there. We just found out that Diane Major is Linda's cousin.
There you go.
Yeah.
Linda,
Michelle,
you get her yarn.
I think that's great that she asked you to do something with her books and that you donated them to the library. I think that's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, cool, Mimi. We need more crocheters in this world.
Yeah, Zoila, luckily I only live 10 minutes from Joe. You're right, because, there's some that live out in the middle of nowhere and don't live close to anybody in the yarn community. I really hope that
Welcome, Tammy.
the kids, my grandkids' age, grow up to crochet. I know that all my grandkids want to learn, but they're not at an age yet that I can teach them.
Marilee is 6.
She is 6.
That's the age I learned.
I can't I can't get her to sit still long enough to follow. She's got the chain down 100%.
She'll build you a house out of chains.
Yes. Yes. But it's doing the second row. I just can't get her to sit still and listen to me yet. Yeah, Kendra, I haven't heard of too many from New Mexico. Thank you, Tracy. Yeah, I mean, anything I can do to help them, you know, Right, Diane. I just said that last night to Kaylin. I said, I'm ready to take a trip again. And Dee said, I just feel like we're so boring for you. And I'm like, Dee, you have no idea. Just being able to come here and sit in the peace and quiet and have an adult to talk to, not a child, is more than enough of a vacation for me. I
Oh yeah.
was so content. I was happy. You know, when you have nothing but children to talk to all the time, it's nice to have an adult to talk to sometimes.
Yes, it is. It is absolutely wonderful. Yeah, we all need to pitch in and rent Diana a suite at the Marriott for like the weekend.
Lacey, I heard you say that last night on somebody's live, and I have to say that wouldn't be such a bad idea.
Yep. That's what we thought we were moving down here to. Whoops.
Yes, Diane, just somewhere to relax.
That's the problem, Lacey. I talk to myself too much, probably.
Right? And that's just something giving your kids an excuse to say, well, she's not in her right mind because she talks to herself. My kids joke with me all the time about that. Right, Kim G? I bet that's true.
No, they really aren't. Except my old boy, and he just gets up in my face and yowls at me. It's like,
Right?
attitude much. Oh, I think my slip disc has gone. It was a slip disc. I went to the Sawbones and he took an x-ray and he's like, well, you've slipped a disc. He said, we can put you in traction for a couple weeks.
Oh, no.
I'm like, no, you can't. Well, it'll fix it. No, I'll deal with it. But hubby and I have come up with our own little sort of traction. And I think it's back in place now.
Oh, awesome.
So
There you go. Renell says you're just having a corporate meeting.
yes.
And Dina says her husband works 8 to 8 every day, so she talks to herself a lot.
Just don't speak out. That's my problem, Lacey. I speak out loud when I'm talking to myself. And the bad thing is, after hubby gets home from work, sometimes I still do it. He's like, what did you say? I said, I was talking to the other voice in my head.
Kirsten
He's like,
says she talks to her dogs all day.
yeah.
Sanita said, my husky is always telling me to put down the hook, let me out, or feed me. I always say you have to wait until I finish this row. Yeah, Kim G says, Paul, I'm so happy to see that you are breathing better. I am too.
Oh man, this is seriously like the best thing since pockets.
Yeah.
Diane Major, we've got it figured out, and with slow traction in the evening, we have forever been talking about how we would do like a yarn convention. Hello,
Yeah.
Sherry.
Hi, Sherry.
With everybody, and my personal opinion is we would be better off at a hotel um, where we could all rent rooms because I can't camp. I know quite a few of us that would not be able to camp out in the open type camp.
Right.
So I think we would be better off to just rent a block of hotel rooms.
Right. Danny Joe, are you going live tonight? Zoila is asking.
You know, the Hilton is my idea of camping now. Oh,
Sherry,
that's what Yarny Social is. Okay. Where is it, Sunita?
yes, Anita lives by me.
There's a lot of them, Kirsten. A lot of hotels. Well, a lot of hotels around here have big, huge conference rooms because I live in what they call Walmart country. I'm less than 10 miles away from the very first original Walmart.
Oh, wow.
Most of the Walton heirs still live in this area. So once a year, we have all of the shareholders come to this area for the shareholders meeting, which is lots of fun because some of those people can't drive. Seriously. Anyway.
Oh, Kendra, I'm so jealous. I would love to go camping in a cabin. Sunita said it's being hosted by Carrie. Little Carrie? Is that the one little Carrie's putting together, Sunita? Yeah, that hotel that Michi went and did her quick live last week was beautiful. The Pacific Northwest Yarny Social, I heard, is not happening this year. That was in Washington State.
I live in Arkansas, and like I said, we are less than, well, with the construction work on the interstate, we are less than 30 minutes from the original Walmart.
Right.
Seriously, it's not that far away. We're right there with the Walmart Museum. Seriously, there are more Walmarts in this area than there are churches.
Mimi says, I actually went to airport to pick up Sam Walton on his last known self flight. He got off his plane, said he didn't feel good, flew back home, and the rest is history.
Yeah.
I remember little Carrie was planning some kind of a retreat with Dana Wanderlust, but that didn't work out. So then she was going to try and do something different. And I can't remember who she got with on that, but I wonder if that's what the one you're talking about, Sunita. Mimi, I heard that. I heard that he was a great man and that his heirs are not doing him any justice.
Oh, his heirs? I could tell you stories, Mimi. they have their expansion plan into a global network has ruined a lot of economies.
Oh, you did, Beth? It was donated anonymously? Oh, okay. So see, we don't know who made that Lost Shoal. This one that I got on Mama G's auction. The Lost Souls.
Yeah.
All I remember is Dee showing that she had one made with the exact same yarn.
I've heard of Pocahontas, and I think we live in Northwest Arkansas. So we're kind of up, 5 miles from here, you cross into Oklahoma. Thank you, Zoila.
Yeah, I liked it when it was community page a lot better.
Yes.
Oh, Shanita, she's doing it by herself. Okay. Right, Beth. She only had the skulls on the outer edge. I think it's neat being able to meet others that are in our community.
Mm-hmm.
In October they're having a fiber fest down where my one daughter lives, and I'm definitely going to that because I've never been to a fiber fest, and that's in Illinois, southern Illinois here. So I'm going to that. Dee and Mark are going to try and make it. They're going to bring their camper and try to come and be there because she said she's not been to a fiber fest either.
You need to get me the definite dates on that. See
Yes.
if I can talk hubby into taking some time off. He'll probably be ready by then. There's one in Dallas in September. Hey, that's closer to me than the one in Illinois. Hey, Margie. Yeah, Kim G, that is like top on my bucket list to be able to meet up with you guys and put faces to do the names and just get to know each other.
Right. When I went to see Dee, we laughed about how neither one of us has ever sat in a room and crocheted with somebody. And I mean, it was fun. We just worked on our shawls and talked, and you know, it's nice just being able to sit with someone that has a interest like you do.
Yeah, my sister-in-law and I used to do that, but always after she passed away, always when I was sitting and working, it was like with one of my kids who was wanting to learn, not someone that already knew what they were doing and could. It's just different.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the same thing with quilting.
Oh, I just got a heat advisory for today. Great.
Yay.
It was a Fiber Fest that was online, Arrow Lover? That would be different. I will, Beth. You could always ride down there with me.
Dina, now don't tease us. That's mean. 82 in Ohio.
It says it's 83 here right now.
We're already 92.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That heat
Oh,
that you guys get tomorrow, we've got today.
Bonnie just said that it's supposed to be 116 there today.
Good
Oh,
Lord.
Kim G, I would think so too. Yeah. Jessica, there's a fiber festival in Macomb, Illinois in October. Oh my gosh, you guys, here I'm complaining about 83 and you guys are all in your 90s and up to 100 and something. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
for sure, Bonnie. Stay hydrated and stay indoors.
Oh, well, we're like 92 degrees now, but it feels like 104 because of the humidity. So the only thing I can say is, Uncle, I give. I'm
Right.
just going to stay in.
Wow.
This heat wave is
Too much.
dangerous.
Yeah, it's too much. All right, guys. I think I'm going to call it a day. I need to go to Zach's and pick up the stuff that he wants added to the auction, get it bagged up, and get this slideshow done so I can get it posted. So I hope to see all of you there tomorrow night. She's got some pretty yarn. She sure does. Um, Dee will be going live tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Danny Joe has canceled her live for tonight, so she will not be going live. Dawn, okay, Renell, thank you. Dawn Aaron goes live, I think, right before Dee.
Yeah.
So, and I'm going to do everything I can to get this slideshow put up by tonight. So,
Even if
just
you
be
can't get it
patient with
put up
me. I've
until
never done it.
tomorrow,
Huh?
even if you can't get the slideshow put up until tomorrow, that still gives people time.
Right.
You know?
Right. It does. All right. You guys all have a good day. Stay cool. Stay
All
hydrated.
right. Love you bunches.
Love you
Bye-bye.
all. Bye.